Welcome guys to episode number 18, and I'm really glad to have every one of you here. So for the newbies, this is a series that we kicked off since March, and we've been giving you guys free weekly analysis on Forex pairs, at the same time precious metals. And as like I do tell you guys, with time we'll tend to incorporate the likes of indices pairs, with time to incorporate the likes of futures. So it's all about, it's a gradual process. So before we go into what we have for today, I'm going to give you guys a major announcement. So I am really glad to unveil Okereke Trades advisory services. Yes, we are here to give you guys advices on your trades. So in case you picked up a bad trade and you want to look at ways to minimize it, we are here for you to give you advices on your risk management, how to set up a risk management system. At the same time, wins, yes, you picked up a major win and you want to be more consistent with it, yes, we are also there to help you build a good psychology towards the winnings, so that you can tend to just please only your A setup. So we are here to also allow you guys to feel free to discuss your problems. At the same time, we don't judge. Yes, just feel free to talk, we don't judge. So we have also in place Forex Bro to Bro. It's a new thing, it's innovative, and my team, we are all here to help you guys to improve. Like our motto is always, we listen, we plan, and you win. That's our aim. So with no much ado, we're going to go into what we have for this week. So this is analysis for August the 4th all the way down to August 9th. So last week we saw huge market movement. I don't know how many of you bought EURUSD during the NFP release. Wow, it was crazy. I was so unfortunate to go for 150. I just went for, I think, was it 10 or 20? It was so poor, and I saw market move 150 pips. It was massive, and I gave my analysis. I gave signals on Aussie for my mentees, and they all did very well. So kudos to everybody that took the trades. At the same time, yes, this is a weekly analysis. I might not be that chance to be given like on a daily basis, but let's see how it goes. I believe this week I'm going to give a few daily analysis. So for this week, we are going to look at what we have in front of us. Last week was filled with movements. Why? Because of the Euro US trade deal that went on, and it was so very, very massive for the US dollar. We saw the likes of EURUSD, the likes of Aussie, the likes of JPY USD. It slumped so massively. Why? Because the dollar became so attractive to investors. So, but now that we saw more of a correction on Friday, we also want to see much buys around the EU, the GU, and the EU and the NU at the same time. So now we are going to look at the news for this week. So like I do tell you guys, you always have to look out for two things when you want to analyze the market. The first thing you have to look out for is you have to look out for market's intention before you look out for market's direction. So what helps you with market's intention is market's intention is the engine of the market. It's what moves the market, what brings about the volatility that you see in the markets, the spikes, the inducements, and the rest of them. That is what brings about. That is what sentiment brings about. So now we have to analyze this. We have to look out for market's intention with looking out for markets analysis using the fundamental analysis. So we can only get to see markets intention through fundamental analysis. So now we are going to head into what the news that we're going to see for this week. So like I do tell you guys, there are three phases that markets goes through every minute, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. It's three things all the time, three phases all the time: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So we tend to ask ourselves within the week, when do we get to see more? When do we get to see markets accumulating? That is definitely on Monday. That is when there isn't too much high impact news. That's when you get to see markets consolidate. That's when you get to see choppy movements. That is when you get to see kangaroo movements. Accumulation occurs due to markets piling up orders. So once the orders are piled up, what next do we see? We get to see accumulate, we get to see manipulation. So what occurs during manipulation? Manipulation is all about, it's brought up due to high impact news. So on the day you get to see high impact news, that is the day you tend to expect manipulation. Most times this happens most times. Then at the same time, after the manipulation, we tend to see market displacement, or what is called distribution phase. So this is the best time traders are meant to be in the market. So this occurs majorly on Wednesday and Thursdays. So but for Monday, Tuesday, that is when you majorly see accumulation and manipulation. So this is me giving you guys tips and secrets about trading, because major traders, they avoid trading on Monday generally. So now we tend to see that on Monday there isn't any much high impact news coming out, just the CPI for the Swiss franc. On Tuesday, no major high impact news aside the ISM, that's a PMI by 3 p.m. for the US. So at the same time, by 11:45 p.m. we get to see the employment change and unemployment rate for the NZD, that's the New Zealand dollar. So on Tuesday there is going to be a high impact news, and that means that you should be expecting manipulations on Tuesday. So on Wednesday there isn't any much high impact news aside there isn't any much high impact news on Wednesday. So on Thursday we tend to see much high impact news for the British pound. So which are the high impact news we get to see? We get to see Bank of England monetary policy report, we get to see its monetary policy summary, MPC official bank rates votes, official bank rates, and unemployment claims for the US. That's by 1:30. So on Thursday we are going to see high impact news for majorly JPY. So on Friday there isn't going to be any much high impact news aside that is coming out for the Canadians, that is the employment change. So this is all we have to say about, or this is all we have in front of us for the new week. So we're going to move into market direction using our charts. Over to trading view. So for EURUSD, we got to see the major bullish, the major bearish move. I don't know if you guys could see over here. It sold massively. Yes, I would definitely see I was wrong last week, but I wouldn't blame myself, because I do tell you guys that market is definitely most times unpredictable. You have to be, like I do tell my mentees, you have to be solid, you have to be rigid with your rules. You have to be rigid with your rules, but you have to be flexible with your predictions. You have to be very, very flexible with your predictions. Yes, I said that's going to sell massively, it's going to have a massive retracement, but my mindset wasn't that it's going to retrace all the way below the low of last week or last 2 weeks. So this occurred due to the news, the trade deal that came up between the EU and the US. So that is all about market. Like I do tell you guys, market's intention, you guys need to pay more attention to market's intention, because if you're just looking out for analyzing the market using just the market's direction, using your chart, you're going to be swiped off, you're going to be swiped out. So this is a much more reason to always pay attention to market's intention, market sentiment, the fundamental analysis, because they move the market for real. Like you guys can obviously see over here, market sold and it actually closed below the low of last week. So what does this mean? Yes, there's going to still be a sell retracement all the way towards this level, but then market is going to buy. Market is going to kick off its buy. So for this week, we aren't going to be expecting too much move. I don't know if you guys understand. Market is going to be accumulating, like from the weekly standpoint, market is going to be accumulating. So there isn't going to be too much movement. And possibly, believe me, possibly next week, what you're going to see for EURUSD is markets open and close being within this candlestick. I can say that for sure. That's what we're going to see. It's going to be unlikely for us to see markets either break through this high or close or break through this low. So what we should be expecting more of like a consolidation, less price movements. And if you guys could see also on the news, on the fundamental news coming out for this week, you could obviously see that the news, there isn't any major or any popular high impact news coming out next week. I do tell you guys, we need to pay attention to who is going to dominate the market. Is it going to be dominated by buyers, or is it going to be dominated by sellers? These are the key important things you have to look out for. So looking at this already, we could definitely see that market is going to retrace for sure. It's going to sell, it's going to retrace for sure. But majorly, market is going to buy for next week. For Euro USD, market is going to buy majorly for next week. So what we're going to look out for now is where do we want to buy Euro USD from? So now, first thing we do, we place our Fibonacci on the candlestick. Then the next thing is to look out for which retracement level corresponds with either a fair value gap. We have to look out for confluences. Like I do tell you guys, I use ICT concepts, SMC concept, MSNR, Turtle Soup, and a lot of concepts to trade just to get my analysis confirmed. So now we get to look down to other time frames. Take for example the daily time frame. Get to see if we could see gaps. Our major aim is to look out for gaps. So obviously we can see the gap over here. This is a very much obvious gap. We could obviously see over here. So definitely, what does this mean? It means that price will definitely try to reprice, bring about an equilibrium. So that means price will definitely try to retrace towards 1.1436. So that's the best area to buy the market. So I would advise you guys, you want to buy Euro USD, buy it from 1.1436. So let's check from the weekly time frame. So from the weekly time frame, we could definitely see that 1.1436, it's a little bit below 0.236. So you want to be very, 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 very careful when you're about to buy this market, because believe me, yes, on Friday we saw a massive bullish move, but at the same time the bears are still around this particular pair. So you have to be very, very careful where you buy up from. But I will definitely tell you guys that market is going to buy strongly for Euro USD. For Euro USD, the market is going to be dominated by buyers. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time, because like I do tell you guys, my analysis is majorly for 20 minutes. So if you want further analysis, you can always head to my email. You can also inbox me on my IG. I'm definitely going to reply you, and I'm definitely going to give you further analysis on this. So for UJ, we got to see markets has this major spikes due to the deal with US and Japanese. So I don't know. Trump has been making so many moves of recent, and it has been bringing about spikes that we get to see in the market, the movements in the market. Yes, he has been moving around, brokering deals with the likes of the Japanese, the likes of the Indians, the likes of the Europeans. So this has been causing major moves on the market. So looking at UJ, we tend to see that UJ is actually bearish. You can definitely see that it gave us, what do we call this, a shooting star, or is it a falling star? It gave us a perfect shooting star. So what does it mean? It means a bearish continuation. So that means that market will definitely sell towards this fair value gap. It's definitely going to reprice this gap over here, bring about an equilibrium before it kicks off the buy. So definitely for next week we are going to expect the buy. So now what does this mean? This means for USDJPY, the market is going to be dominated by sellers. It's going to be dominated by sellers. So what do we have to do? We have to look out for where are we most likely going to sell the market from, sell UJ from. So now we place our Fibonacci on this level, and we come all the way down. Mostly, like I do tell you guys, you want to sell, you have to sell from the premium price level. You want to buy, you have to buy from the discount price level. This is just major psychology. Nobody wants to buy a commodity when it's overpriced, and nobody wants to sell a commodity when it's underpriced. So that is it for UJ. We're going to look out for where we want to sell UJ from. So we take our, we go over to the 4-hour chart. I do tell you guys, I love the 4-hour. Yes, we can definitely look at the 15 minutes, but when you want to do long-term trades, 4-hour is a major time frame. I know the experts will tell you, or will tell you for sure that 4-hour is a beauty. So now we obviously could see a fair value gap over here. So definitely price will want to reprice and fill up this gap before it will definitely want to cause an equilibrium, fill up this price before it could continue to sell. So now we are looking at to sell the market at 150.42412. So now over to the weekly. and we can definitely see that this price is around the range of the 0.786 Fibonacci level. So definitely this is an area you want to sell the market for. So I'll tell you guys, sell UJ for next week is going to be huge. It's going to be dominated by sellers. Then for EU, like I said, it's going to be dominated by buyers. You guys should buy UJ. You guys should buy EU, and you guys should sell UJ. So where do you want to sell UJ from? Sell UJ from 150.412. So we're going to move over to our MVP gold. We're going to look at gold and see what gold has for us. So guys, for gold, it's very obvious. We could definitely see a hammer that has been imprinted over here. Like I do tell you guys need to understand the market. You guys need to understand the different kind of candlestick that has been imprinted, because the candlestick tells you what's going to happen next. So for the Japanese styles, you guys need to study it and understand the candlesticks imprint. So now this over here is a hammer, and what does it mean? It means there's going to be a bullish continuation. So definitely for next week, though, gold is going to buy majorly. So what we're going to do next is we're going to come over here, place our Fibonacci, look out for where we'd want to buy gold from, and voila. We could also see that the extension level is towards this, and definitely there's going to be a gap around here. This is okay. You can obviously see that this is a very strong resistance area. You can definitely see that it's a very strong resistance area. We could obviously see that there's another block over there. So let's change it to line chart so we can see there's another block over there. So perfectly, you can see that this extension level is around another block. So that is a perfect area to look out to sell gold from. So but for this week, gold is going to be dominated by buyers. So definitely I wouldn't advise you to go on to sell gold. We definitely want to stick with the dominant buyers for next week. So we're going to look down to the 4 hours to see a particular price entry area. So over to the 4 hour, and we could definitely see a fair value gap that was established over here. So what does this mean? It means that price will definitely fill up these gaps before it continues its buy move. So we look over to the weekly chart, and voila, it's definitely within a discount price level. So this is definitely within a PDRA. Let me expand so you guys could see. It's definitely within a PDRA. So like I do tell you guys, you always want to buy the market from a discount level. So definitely you could see that it's around a discount price level, the PDRA. So now this is all for gold. Like I do tell you guys, like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because we are going to be rolling in high quality updates weekly, week by week. So definitely I wouldn't want you to miss out. So put on your notification bell so you get to see the updates. So that's all for this week. I wish you guys the very best. Stay tuned.